this video is going to be a little bit different. So, quick background, I've just done a theatre degree and I graduated November 2018, and I've written notes down, so they're going to kind of help me. My friend actually inspired me to do this video, so here goes. I'm a very sensitive person. I'd cry a lot. All through my primary school, I was bullied. Secondary school, I was bullied. And that's probably a massive part of the reason why I was who I am. Because I'm an emotional person, I cry a lot. Others would be for no reason. Still to this day, I don't know why I would cry. And being bullied is not nice at all. Being bullied is horrible. It made me feel So I'm also really an anxious person. I would have massive panic attacks. I would have anxiety attacks. And I suffer with anxiety and panic attacks to points where I couldn't breathe, and I would sit in like a little area and I would just rock because I just couldn't cope anymore. I couldn't cope with everything. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. After I left, and maybe even partly during the end of my university experience, I felt a little bit lost. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know which pathway was going to be mine and what I wanted to do. And I felt completely alone. I thought no one would care. And I thought, what can I do? And I thought there's so many times I couldn't do this. And that's just the couple of months towards my end of my uni experience. And then my uni experience happened and I left. And that spurred me to realise, okay, what can I do? So during the time I left university, I was unemployed. I was lost and confused, and I didn't know what to do. I was watching all my friends succeed and do something, and I was so proud of them, and then there's me. Little old me, and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do or anything. And this was going on for a good few months. And if someone asked me, oh, how are you? I would say, yeah, I'm fine. But really, I'm putting on an act because deep down, I'm not okay. So that was going on for a good few months of feeling lost, feeling like I had no one, putting on an act. When I left uni in July 2018, I went downwards, majorly went downwards. And that's when I kept saying to all my friends, oh, I'm fine. I'm not. I wasn't fine. In January 2020, I actually accepted help. And I actually accepted that I have a problem and I need help to get through it because I couldn't do it on my own. I mean, I got myself into such a state. I don't ever want to try and go down again. And I mean, it was horrible. I don't want to go into details because it's quite still personal to me, but I feel like I need to explain this in this video. So, in January, I broke down and I confided in my mum. So that means 19 months that I went and felt like I had no one, that I couldn't trust anyone, that I couldn't confide in anyone, that I put on an act, that I was just Jessica Buckley-Dearing. I wasn't the fun-loving JBD everyone knew. I wasn't the fun-loving JBD that my whole family knew. I was still Jessica Buckley-Dearing, but in my head, in my heart, I wasn't. I was not okay. I was scared. I was alone. I'd never felt more alone than when I left uni. I was watching all my friends and it was horrible for me. So when I accepted, and because in January when I accepted help and I told my mum, I just didn't want to go through it anymore. I felt like now was the time I had to tell my family and my friends, because I could have done something that I didn't want to do. It was horrible. And I broke down when I told my mum. I broke down in tears, in floods and floods of tears. And I buried my feelings. And that's what anyone should do. No one should ever bury their feelings. So in January, I officially got diagnosed with anxiety and depression. I've been speaking to someone on the mental health team and who has supported me. And they've kind of slowly, and that's when it slowly inspired me to actually start telling my friends and my family. They were shocked because they just didn't expect, they just thought, oh, she's fine. But really, I wasn't fine. I was struggling. So in July 2019, I actually got offered a job and it was on a holiday park. I mean, yeah, I still have my issues, but I put on a front because that's the person I am. I don't tell anyone my problems. I've gotten to a point in my life where I felt I had to hide everything, and that's what I did. And I did. I hid everything because I didn't want to worry, and I didn't want to express my feelings to any of my loved ones. Okay. So I'm going to go into the next bit, which is about book reviews. So yeah, I've done a theatre degree, and yeah, you expect me to be fine with all the reviews that I've had, and I should probably be used to it. But that's something I will never get used to. I'm trying to, but it's a struggle, and it's a big struggle. So when I was on a holiday park, I got told a lot of things. All the comments that I got written were, as I like to call them, the keyboard warriors. I've been told that I shouldn't be on the holiday park because I can't sing. I've been told I've got no talent. I got told that why am I an entertainer? The only entertaining you can do is to a toilet. And that I'm so bad at my job, it's actually laughable. Those comments really hurt. And this was during my time on the holiday park when I was still going through something which isn't right. I mean, I get to a point where I doubt my actual ability, whether I'm actually good enough to actually do this job, whether it's just in my mind that this is that, oh, it's in my, that when I read these, I get it into my head that I'm not good enough, I can't do anything. And I mean, yeah. And because of those, I mean, I was upset. I cried a lot when I found out, though, when I read those. But I had a really supportive manager who helped me through a very supportive team behind me who helped me. And I told my family about those reviews, and they would just be like, shove it off because they're the keyboard warriors and they don't mean anything. But deep down, I was actually in sobs. I spent the majority of my time crying myself to sleep back at the holiday park because I couldn't cope with how much harassment I was getting constantly. And it's something that I still struggle with to this day. So the reviews, just those reviews about me not untalented and not worthy, they have taken a huge chunk of my confidence. And I still doubt myself constantly whether I'm good enough. But I'm slowly starting to feel a little bit better because my family have helped me massively. So going back onto the videos that I've just received on YouTube. I did YouTube because I wanted to do something for me. I wanted to do YouTube because my friends were like, Jess, you'll be really good at it. But then being told that I can't take care of my dog, I don't know how to take care of my dog, I don't know how to look after her, that I will hurt her, that I'm not responsible. And they're the keyboard warriors at it again. And I've thinking to myself, do I have to justify myself to these people? And really, I do. And I shouldn't have to. I do everything in my power to make my dog happy, give my dog a happy life. Because I've always wanted a pup. I've always wanted a dog. And yeah, I was afraid of dogs at first, but I'd actually be lost without Bella in my life at the moment because she's really, really helped my anxiety and even my depression. So I'm not getting into that state. A little bit more on my depression later. So here's a note to all the keyboard warriors out there. Please realise there is a human being behind your comments who will actually read them. They hurt. Please think before you write. Everyone is going through something. Sometimes you just need to think before you actually write. Okay, so back to my depression. So in January 2021, I actually accepted help. I didn't completely accept help. I did accept help, but I had to go through everything. And in April 2019, I did something that I will truly try to forget and try not to live, because no one needs to know that except my family and those closest to me. I still struggle every day trying to get through the pain, whether I'm going to be able to cope. But I need to know that this is what I need to do. This video is for me. This video is for people out there who are struggling. You will get through it. So, I mean, I'm internally grateful for where I am now. I have the most supportive mum that guides me and gives me support. My grandma is my rock. Those two just together are my pillars, which I knew I could never leave. My friends who message me daily asking me, and they never fail to make me laugh and smile. And I, for one, am so grateful and supportive for my loved ones. Well, there are still days where I will constantly feel low, whether there are days where I constantly doubt whether I'm good enough, whether I am worthy enough to be here. I've learnt a lot. There will still be days where I will still feel low. There will still be days where I feel anxious, and there will still be days where I feel depressed. But whenever I do feel like that, I can go to my dog and I can give my dog a cuddle because she helps me through it. I can go message my friends now and tell them that I'm not okay. I can go to my mum and I will tell her that I'm really struggling, and she will help me, she will guide me. So please know that if you are struggling, there are people out there who will help you. You just can't be hiding away from your feelings. So whatever you're feeling, whatever people are feeling, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to ask for help. Don't be afraid. I still am, every day. But with the most amazing supportive family I have beside me, I can actually do this. So, to all the keyboard warriors out there, please realise that they hurt. and this is why I actually am going to take a break from YouTube for a while, because the comments that I had about my dog have really just knocked me for six, and it's to a point where I can't cope anymore, and I don't want to feel like I can't cope anymore. I want to still feel like I can do it. So I again thank you to all my friends and my family, who, some of you who knew that when I told you, who have been messaging me every day asking me if I'm okay. I'm getting there. I'm not going to be okay overnight, but I am getting there. So I don't know whether I will be back on YouTube again, but if I will be, you'll see it on here first. But yeah, that was my mental health. So my mental health and my reviews, and the reviews, and how they do actually hurt people. So just think.